My friend William had started renting a house in a nearby town. He called me and wanted me to come investigate. He started to explain some of the things they were experiencing, and I stopped him and gave him the same speech that I gave Joey, that I didn't want to hear what they had experienced. I wanted to go in, investigate, and confirm it for them to make sure I was legit and to make sure they were really feeling what they were feeling, and seeing what they were seeing. So I went to the house and I stepped into the house and all the information automatically went to me. I started walking around and got a feel for the place, and the story unfolded in a strange way. I got a very detailed version of the entire story just from the residual energy. At the time that I was in there, the spirit was not, but I caught everything that it had left behind. So I walked around and I did my usual feeling for things and looking for things, listening for things. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. But when I was done, I stepped outside and I brought, it was William and some other people. They were co-renting this house. And I told him, I said, there's a girl that's between the ages of 8 and 10 that is in here often. And they looked around at each other and they kind of smiled and they were like, yeah. I said, okay. In this bedroom here, you experience her. Not a lot, but there are some experiences right here, correct? And they started smiling. They were like, yeah. I walked a little bit further. I said, in this hallway, there's a little bit stronger feeling here. So she spent a little bit more time in this hallway, but not specifically this hallway. It's that little room under those stairs. And they got big smiles on their face. And they said, yeah. And I walked a little bit further and I went into the kitchen. And I said, above all other places in this house, this kitchen is where you experience her the most. And they confirmed, yes, that is true. So these 3 areas are where you get the experiences in the house. Now let me tell you why. The bedroom was her bedroom. She didn't spend a whole lot of time in there. The room under the stairs is where she went when she was mad or sad. And the reason why is because, as kind of a sad story actually, she looked up to her dad as her hero. She wanted to be every part of his life, but he worked so much that he really didn't have a lot of time to spend with her. And when he would come home, she would want to play and do all kinds of stuff, but he was exhausted and didn't have time to play. And she would either be mad or sad. And she would run, grab some toys from her room, and go into that little room under the stairs and play by herself out of anger. And so she had a huge emotional energy energy that was left inside that closet. Well, moving forward in her life, she finally decided she was gonna get her dad's attention in a different way. And she wanted to help her mother bake desserts to please her dad. So she would help her mother bake these things, brownies and cookies and stuff, cakes and all this stuff, to, I guess, basically find another way into her dad's heart, because they couldn't spend time together and play. But the old saying is, the way the man's heart is, through food. The way to a man's heart is through food. Anyway, so in spending all this time doing this with her mother, she realized that her actual quality time and the emotional tie that she had was with her mother. And that's where the quality of life came from. And she realized that later, as she spent all this time with her mother, who she had not spent a lot of time with because she was trying to spend time with her father. So she created that emotional tie with her mother through doing this. And that's where her emotional energy resided in the house. And when I got done explaining all that, all of the renters of the house, all their mouths dropped. And I said, "What?" And they said, when we moved into this house, the first day when we were bringing stuff in, the first time we opened the door, nobody had been here in a couple years. We opened the door and all you could smell was fresh baked brownies.